wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought a share, then share prices started to drop. Is it because that the market doesn't like you? How do we overcome this situation then? M Plus Wiz, which alerts on potential entry for trending stocks, might do the trick for you. Is that all for the Wiz feature? Not at all. To find out more, please visit us at mplusonline.com/wiz.
Hello, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Louis here, and today I will be sharing with you on the M Plus Wiz highlights. So I think today's market has been opening quite well above the in the positive territory, and most of the things are traded in the the technology sector. The oil and gas are more positive. So maybe you can glance through what is actually happening in the market and what is actually the leaders in the market. So first of all, I think FBM KLCI we started in the positive note. I think this mimics the earlier rebound in the Wall Street, and we did try to follow some of the selling pressure, but I think the selling pressure has been taken by some bulls here. We have some bargain hunting activities getting by around the 1550 level. So I believe that all these are contributing to the positive sentiment in the FBM KLCS the index. And what is interesting is that P metal has a very downward trend earlier on. It went to near towards the below the 5 ringgit level, and it managed to rebound 2 days, 2 days in a row, like Friday and also today itself. And I think it is a positive note that aluminium prices are also being affected by the China reopening. When China reopens, more people are, the demand optimism and things like that, that would also push the share price higher. So I think P metal is the one that is pushing the FBM KLCI stocks higher. But overall, I see that the sentiment has been turning much more positive at this point of time, and we believe that this is kind of good news on the stock market. Okay, and if we look into other sectors, like for instance, those that surge above 1%, or those that are in green position, I think that is also very interesting to take note. I think everyone would also be quite surprised by this energy sector being up by 7%, but this is due to the supply dynamic, and most of the oil and gas counters are also turning into a more positive tone, like Sapura Energy, Hibiscus, and things like that. So they are actually contributing to the very positive tone in terms of the energy stocks, due to the crude oil prices has been on the rise, and that this is kind of a position whereby a lot of optimism has been priced into also the crack spread. Recently, Petron M and also Heng Yuan has been talking on the margins, that is their products are having higher margins. So this is also part and parcel of the reopening team, and most of the counters are within this section are up due to these crude oil prices. Okay, so that is contributing to a very positive tone in the energy stocks. Other than that, technology, I think this could be a place, could be a position to re-enter again on most of the technology stocks. I think during the sell down phase earlier on, Nasdaq has went to near 31.5% down from a 52-week high, and I think technology stocks also in the on the local front are also down by at least 30 to 40% as well. So this is time whereby you can actually look for value bargain hunting position on the technology stocks. Other than that, plantation is still up. Industrial products like the metal and also the other, like building materials are up as well. Scientex is under the plastic industry, VS, Kobe under tech related. Yeah, so all these are actually contributing to the industrial products and services being going higher. So I believe that the reopening team in China in the month of June, which I saw an article on Bloomberg that said that should be reopening in phases, and this is having some good pickup in demand, especially in metal related, or even in consumer, or even in other segments as well. So basically, this will actually help. Okay, this will actually help the overall market or the global stock exchange moving forward. Okay, so I think this is at a glance. What are the stocks that has been moving, and what are the ideas or the catalysts behind it? Okay, so no, I will share another another window here because we want to talk about the charts, right? Or what are the picks that we have chosen for today. Okay, sorry about that. Just now, I think I have some technical issues here. So I will share another screen on the charts. And yeah, okay. So this is the daily picks that we have, picked for the day. The stocks that we have put in are related to consumer industry, especially on the reopening themes, such as breweries, so Heineken and also Carlsberg are actually within this sector. But we have chosen the Heineken Malaysia. Then we also thought about the oil and gas sector, because this morning the Brent oil prices surged above the 110, and that is the point that is a very strong breakout. So that's why we put in Hibiscus, and it did made a very strong breakout here today, this morning, and it has triggered us straight away on the first 9:01 a.m. and it has went up from the opening price of 139, and closing right now is around 147. Micron is also under the building material segment. It went up higher, but it was being resisted along the 78 cents. Right now it's closing at 76 cents. So there are 4 to 5 ticks to be traded on Micron, but the overall the selling pressure seems to be a bit stronger at this point of time. And Powerroot is under the consumer sector as well. This is one of the rising star. I think after BJ Food has surged so much stronger, and Powerroot could be another one that is lagging behind that could anticipate a further upside from the 160 perhaps towards the 170 zones. Right now it is at 1 ringgit and 62 cents. I think this is considered as a good breakout that we can actually monitor for further upside. Okay, TechScam, it seems like an uptrend in tech position, just that right now the trend has been quite stabilized along over the past 2-3 months. Right now could be having some profit taking activities, but overall I see this as a very strong, healthy uptrend position. So what I can see during this position here is that 289 is the breakout point of the after the consolidation phase. So anything that's going to pull back towards this 289 level would be a place that you might want to take a position in, and that may lift the share price higher towards again to retest the 3 ring at 20 cents or even 3 ring at 15 cents level. This range that we are going to anticipate. Overall option is still maintained well under this scenario, as long as the reopening teams could actually spur demand in their restaurants like Sushi King, or even their businesses like the chemical related segments. That should also bode well for TechScam. So I think on this TechScam itself, it is an uptrend tech position. So yes, the risk might be higher, but at this moment, if it is not breaching below the 2 ringgit 89 cents level, I still anticipate further upside on TechScam going forward. So overall, these are some of the stocks that has been triggered, okay, this morning on several indicators and things like that. So like momentum buy, then pullback rebound signal here, and these are the two signals that are being triggered on this highlighted in blue kind of stocks. So how about Milux? Milux is also under our watch list, but it didn't trigger today. But still, we are anticipating this to be a very good position for sideways ranging mode, and anticipating for a breakout to happen. So most of the time, our stocks that we put under daily pick, if it doesn't trigger for that particular day, it will move to traders list. So under traders list, we will set the stocks there for at least 5 to 7 days. So if there is any triggered signals during the next 5 to 7 days, then it will be triggered under traders list. So overall, what we have put in at this moment is actually being traded quite actively right now. So it doesn't mean that we put in today, it will trigger today, but at least we give you an idea that it should be triggered another 5 to 7 days if the trading volume and also trading value is continuing in this particular stock. So bear in mind, daily picks doesn't mean that it should break out today, but if yes, it is breaking out today, then it is telling you that the it is within the team, and you should be trading them when the signal is being triggered. Okay, so that is Milux. And P-Trans, I think P-Trans is also going up higher due to the reopening team, and also especially right now, people are traveling everywhere, and P-Trans is related to Ipoh, Kampa, and in Perak. And I think due to this long festive season, their earnings or revenue should be able to sustain at least for another few quarters. Okay, because this is definitely related to the reopening team. If more people are going to travel to Ipoh and the bus terminal, and all these students are going back to school going forward, and that should provide some good sustainable momentum in terms of their share price due to gradual recovery in their earnings. So P-Trans seems like very positive in terms of the price action, and in terms of the indicators wise, is still uptrending as well. So anything that's going to pull back, I think towards this range of 67, 68 cents level, I think that should be taken as a good position for you to enter. Yep. Okay. So I think that is some ideas behind what is happening in the market. So the other company is Sedania. Sedania is also part of our list, but it didn't really trade much higher, and it is still ranging around the 44 to 45 cents, 46 cents level. It didn't trigger today, but again, this is downtrend rebound phase, so it might not be as strong as what we think. But again, if it is falling in the range of 40 cents towards the range of 46.5, I think this would be the range that you want to trade during this season, because it is not really making an uptrend position yet. It is just downtrend rebound move. So anything that's going to pull back ranging around the 40 cents towards the 46.5 cents, that would be the range that you want to take some good trading momentum, trading positions during this particular range. So I guess that should be the idea behind Sedania. Okay, so for counters, that are in traders list. So let's see what are other stocks that has been triggered during this particular move. Okay, so like Afin, it did a breakout around 9:06 a.m. So 9:06 it has triggered us, and we went up from opening price around 209. The highest point is 215, so there's about 6 cents, 3% return on this particular counter. So that I think that is a good sign. VJ Food we did put in much earlier. I think it has triggered us much earlier as well. So right now it's just a follow through buying interest above the 4 ringgit and 57 cents level. Okay, so this is under BJ Food. And Bonia is also part and parcel of a reopening team as well, consumer stocks and things like that. Carlsberg we put in last few days, and it has started to again regain momentum. Like I said earlier on, reopening teams and these breweries definitely will have higher demand. People drink more beers and things like that, so that would actually help the stock prices. So Ewin also traded a bit higher, but this is last week peak. So I think it has triggered us last week as well. Fiamma, let's see what is the trading range. Okay, Fiamma is a bit tricky here right now. It has been rallying since 63 cents towards 102, 103. Right now it has been just turning into sideways ranging mode around the 98, 99 cents level. But I think if you want to avoid this counter, is also alright, because it is quite stable and quite sort of having some downward bias tone after it has not been able to make new highs. So right now it's making lower highs and sideways mode around the 91 cents level, and there is also a short term you can call this short term low formation, lower high form, lower low form. Therefore this could be also just a rebound and then a sell down phase. So this you might want to take a note, whereby it might be having downward bias tone rather than making new highs from this point onwards. So anything that's going to break out violate below the 90 cents level, I guess that will be a selling point. Okay, Hanlan, we did put in this also last week, I guess. It has started to trade again higher, and it has traded towards the 1 ring and 26 cents level, or 28 cents level right now. On this note, I think it is still uptrend intact position, although the CPO price has been coming off. I think everyone is anticipating that the earnings will be much stronger in the month of May as compared to the month of February, and therefore that is what people are waiting to sell, because they are waiting for the better results and then sell after the results. So that is the idea behind all the plantation counters. Plantation counters might be still going up because they are waiting for the good results, and perhaps they might sell after the results. So these are the normal operations on the plantation counters: buy ahead of the results and then sell after the results. Okay, so this is Hanlan. Heineken Malaysia, I've talked about it. Hibiscus, I've talked about it as well. And also Micron, it is also what we have seen earlier on. Petron M is part and parcel of what we have mentioned about let's see, the start of today's signal was at around 9:06, and it rallied towards 9:06 a.m. It rallied from 6 ringgit 18 cents level towards 640, 645. I think this is a very, very good trade if you have traded on the uh, refineries. Okay, Power Root is also up. Just now we have mentioned about it. SMI, it is. Wait, let me check. 904. Oh, it has breakout, but it has pulled back straight away after the breakout. So it is still not positive yet. So this might you might want to wait for this trend to turn into a consolidation phase before the next up run, because right now there is a very strong sell down phase early on. Okay, and it rebounded, but it did not really sustain quite well above this range. So we are looking at potential sell-offs, okay, around this 36, 37 cents level, back towards maybe 33, 34 cents level for SMI. So on Tambun, we did put in, I think, last week as well. It continued to trade higher above this 96 cents, 97 cents level. And it's still uptrend in tech positions. I guess this has no issue. And I think you may continue to hold on to it if you're holding to this counter. And if you're trading just for today's or the next 7 days, movements, the support it will be located around the 95 cents level. Okay, so TechScan we have talked about it, and YTR Power seems like the trend is still within the consolidation phase. So I guess there isn't anything to talk about on YTR Power, but except they are quite stable in the utility section. This sector will depend on the electricity use, power plant, all this are related to reopening theme. And hopefully that they can rebound off this red color line, which is near towards the 74.5 cents level. Next target will be around the 78 towards 79 cents level on YTR Power. So overall, these are some of stock picks over the past 5 to 7 days, and the daily picks will be stocks that are related to today's thematic itself. But today's thematic will continue to sustain in the list for the next 5 to 7 days under traders list. So basically what we are trying to do here is to give you a guidance on the intraday movements. What are the anticipated segments that we think that it will run today, and also at least for 5 to 7 days these stocks will maintain in the momentum list. And if there is a good trigger during this particular period, I think that should help to trigger, and you can actually use this signal to trade on the buy and also sell once it hit your personal target. Okay, so those are the things that we have covered for today. If you have any questions, make sure you have shared the the video out, and click the like button. If you have any questions, you can actually put in to the comment section, and I will take it from there. Hey, before I get any questions out, I think just to give you some ideas on maybe some potential stocks, or some people might be asking, what is the range that Sabah Dynamic will go to? But I have no idea where Sabah Dynamic will go to. But at least based on the indicators wise, what we can see here will be interesting. And that rebound phase since the 15 cents towards the 6 cents levels sell down, and then the 6 cents has recovered above the 15 cents, and the trading range has been moved up to from 15 cents to the current point is around 19.5. So I think the next couple of days will still continue to maintain positive, as long as it is not breaking below the 15 cents. So I will monitor the 15 cents very, very closely, because it has surpassed the 15 cents, which is the heaviest selling pressure during the upon the resumption of trading activities, and therefore that is what people are looking at. So as long as it is still holding above the 15 cents level, then we still have a chance. But again, the upside that I'm looking at will be around the 20 towards 24 cents level on this particular counter supply dynamic. So this would be the range of resistance that I'm looking at. You have to bear in mind that people have bought in 6 cents right now. It's already tripled in terms of, I mean, you have gained more than 200% return because it is near towards 19.5 cents right now. And if they are trading towards the 20 cents towards 24 cents level, that would be the range that I'm looking for selling pressure to come in. So bear in mind on that. I saw one question on my EG. People are talking about my EG. Why is it selling off so badly? And it dropped from 1 ringgit to 86 cents. A lot of people are still buying. So just give you an idea that in MYG, they also have this so-called blockchain related department they've been setting up along the past 2 years. And I think due to this recent, blockchain or the crypto sell-off, they are also affected. And especially, when those public sector company that has been involving in blockchain related are also in the sell-off as well. So I believe the MyEG has been selling off due to this scenario, and that is why it is following actually the recent sentiment on the crypto related segment, that is asset classes that is being sell off very very strongly. So that's why you can see it dropped from 1 ringgit to around the 88 cents level. But I believe the downtrend move is still not finished yet. So what I'm seeing here is that it is also still making lower lows and also lower highs as compared to here, and therefore we are looking at this as a potential downward channel. Okay, downward channel. So this is still downward channel, and we are still looking at the range around 80 cents. Perhaps the 80 cents range might be a good place for a rebound play. But right now, at 88 cents, I think there are still some selling opportunity for people to take profit until it hits around the 80 cents. Perhaps from that point, then only we can anticipate further upside. Okay, so MyEG, I think it is still a downtrend move counter. I think we should be avoiding because right now there are not much catalysts out there on MyEG, because even the government linked company, they should rally having a pre-election rally. But since that we don't know when is the election coming, therefore it is hard to pinpoint when it should rebound. But based on technical wise, we should be looking at this as the continuation of the selling trend towards the 80 cents before the rebound should happen. So the next target will be around the 1 ringgit zone for MyEG if it is able to support around 80 cents. But if not, this will be turning into a M shape, and this is neckline. If it is falling through below the 80 cents, then I guess the descending pressure would be steepened, and heightened volatility will come in perhaps towards the 60 cents level. So the 80 cents very very crucial at this point of time, which indicator wise still turning to positive tone. So hopefully the downside risk should be limited near towards the 80 cents level. Okay, so that is the overview on this MYEG. Any other questions? If you have questions, just put it into the comment section. Then perhaps we'll be able to see some review on your stocks. Yeah. Okay. How to set up alert for daily pick and traders list, or is it for M Plus Swiss Pro? Yeah, it is only in the chart section, which is M Plus Swiss Pro. You have to subscribe for it, and this is under the list itself. It cannot be triggered into an app notification. But those that have subscribed to M Plus Swiss Pro, we will alert you in a Telegram group, in a separate Telegram group. So if you have subscribed into our M Plus Swiss Pro, then you are being added into Telegram group, and then we will try to notify you based on the signal. Once it is triggered, then we will send the triggered stocks to the Telegram group, which it is only for subscribers. And that is how we send out the alerts, because it is not able to send through a notification yet. So this is the only way that we are sending through the Telegram group is a private one. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Talking about, I think tech sector is very, very interesting. Um, the tech counters has been forming a very, very decent double bottom formation, and especially when the sector has been reversing from the top around the 101 zone, which is near towards the November 22nd, and it sell off towards this range. Let me check again. Okay, so this is the highest point near towards 101, and it is near towards 40%. Okay, 38 for 40%. So I believe, if we are looking at this sell-offs since November, and right now it is near towards the 40 cents point, and this is having a very good rebound in terms of the two bar formation, and the following bar has been continuation of the upward trend. This might be taken as a double bottom formation. So what I'm looking at, this range here will be a very interesting range because it is forming a double bottom formation, and double bottom formation looks very decent at the after a sell-off from the 101 zone towards the 60 over zone on this particular chart, and this might be the restart of a new trend. And especially we have the divergence signal here and the upward trending MACD indicator here. So this could be the bottommost of the indicate the technology stocks. But again, indicators can also be faulty sometimes. So what you have to do is make sure that it doesn't fall below this two range of support, which is near to a 63. So if it is falling below the 63, then perhaps the technology stocks will go for another sell-off. But at this point of time, I think it is worthwhile because if you have already bought around here, you want to average down. This is after 40% and a discount at 40% sell down, and you are averaging down around this range, which the earnings is intact. If those counters like DNO, Unisem, MPI, even Frontcan, Inari, those that are companies that are increasing in terms of their Q on Q, quarter on quarter earnings, if they have already sell off since the range since November last year until right now, so this could be a very decent point for you to get 40% off on technology stocks that is still growing. Okay, still growing companies. I think valuation wise, we need not say much. I think it might still be expensive, but again, if it is at a 40% discount rate, I would say that it is a good bargain, and people might continue to hold on to this support range. And if there is a good rebound to a 70, 71, 70 level for the technology stocks, maybe you want to take profit from that point. But if not, this could be a good position for a long-term play. For a long-term play, at least 3 to 5 years, I guess 40% discount is justifiable, and hopefully that this should continue the rebound even towards the 80 or even the 85 zone. Okay, so these are the technical readings on technology stocks. So I believe that if you want to play on those technology stocks, make sure that they are in the top 10, top 20 market cap within this sector. And secondly, they must have strong, solid earnings that can contribute to further upside on the share price. If the counter is already slowing down in terms of their earnings potential, then you should not join the party. But if those company that is still growing like Frontcan, DNO, still have some earnings visibility, you should be looking at those companies to buy in, because right now they are still growing, but share price has reflected the sentiment, and discount 40%, I think is a good bargain. Okay. So other than that, I think we have two more counters, two more questions, from Rashidi Johari talking about Systec, and also Alex Chan asked about Amfla. Okay, so let me go through these two more companies before we end the session. I think Systec, okay, Systec is turning into uptrend tone, but still Systech doesn't have a very strong catalyst for the time being, unless you're talking about the security, internet security. Systech is doing, related to this business, but I think it is still very, preliminary to talk about the uptrend establishment above the 26 cents. But I believe that it is still hovering around this 21 to 26 cents for at least near term before the breakout can happen above the 26 cents level. So overall, I would say that it is likely to maintain its sideways mode for at least another week or so before the real breakout would happen above the 26 cents level. And if there is anything going to happen, next target will be around 33 cents. But bear in mind, we need to also monitor what is the financial results, whether they are still in the positive range or in negative range, or is it, having some good improvements. So based on the financial results is still negative. Let's see what is happening in November. It's still negative. So 2 quarters is still negative, and we still anticipate that the next quarter may still continue to be negative, and therefore we are not really looking at this kind of counters. But if you want to trade on these counters, yes, it's merely trading and speculation. And right now it's especially near towards the result season. People might jack up the share price if the earnings is negative and it's weak, and people will sell after that. But if the results is positive, then people might hold on a little bit more towards 33 cents. So it depends on what is the narrative of the market. What are they thinking? Is it a positive earnings? They are, placing the price higher, or is it still negative? If their anticipation is positive but turn out to be negative, it's even worse. Okay, so the share price might go back to 21 cent or even lower towards 17.6 cents level. Okay, so I guess it is not so interesting because of the fundamental wise it's still negative, unless they can post a very very positive result, which I think under this scenario not uh, not that likely, but there is a chance, not that likely. Just that we need to also monitor. You must have a good trading plan above these 26 cents. If it is breaking out, yes, you have to take the position. But if it is falling below the 23 or even 21 cents, then you have to cut loss. Then that is the idea behind this how you should plan your trade in Systech. Okay. So the other one is the last one is MPLA. We'll talk about this and we'll close the session. So MPLA is definitely related to wheat. Wheat is the raw material, and wheat currently is at all. I would say that is a very very elevated range after India has banned the wheat export, and I think due to this scenario, uh, personally, I think I have a feeling that if wheat prices is going higher and higher, that there isn't much room for them to maneuver in terms of the selling price, because right now I think selling price can go up even higher for flour prices, but as of this juncture, the next quarterly result that might come out with the results might be weak due to the raw material of the wheat prices is at a very very strong position. So you want to understand that right now they are taking raw material at a higher cost, but they are selling at maybe almost same or slightly increased price of the flour at this moment. So which means that they are unable to break even, which means that they are also quite tough in their business environment, and therefore the share price might jump up due to the idea of, yes, they might have a revise in the price of flour prices, but if the results is going to come out negatively, which is not up to the anticipation of the market, then this would be a sell into strength strategy. So which means that right now, if any rebound from now towards 68 or even 69 cents, I would suggest that you sell off, because the anticipation right now is yes, they are likely to revise the price of flour, but what if they can't break even at this point of time the wheat prices, because it is very expensive, and therefore this would be a sell into strength mode for MFLA. Okay, so I guess That is my view on mFlower right now. I think the raw material price is still very strong in terms of the wheat prices right now is still very high, and therefore that could make them into a loss making quarter going forward. Okay, so that is mFlower. So I guess that are all the questions that we can take for today, and yep. So that is the end for this session. And thank you so much for you tuning in to our M Plus Wish Pro, and see you again next week. Thank you and bye bye.